Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Damian Danu, and welcome back to more Ace Attorney. Now, we just left off in a precarious position. After spending 3 fucking days trying to save Miles Edgeworth's ass, I almost said Yami Yugi. It's Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi confessed to the crime. Confessed that he killed Robert Hammond, which is huge. That means that our boy gets off scot-free. However, he did a fucking whoopsie. He did a little whoopsie-daisy, and he decided to confess that he killed his dad. Now, we don't believe that he killed his dad, but we just got you out of jail time, dude. Are you really gonna, like, for 3 fucking days? We better get that fucking Edgeworth money after this. This guy's rich as shit, man. Alright. Anyway, without further ado, we're just gonna hop right back into this. Fuck yeah. If you guys want... Okay, yeah. If you guys want me to play any specific games that I haven't played yet, or I haven't even mentioned, put it in the description there, because honestly, I'm looking for a couple other games to play to pad out my week, if I'm being honest, rather than just kind of flipping between these two. Yeah, no, 2 games. I guess I'm only playing 2 games right now, but I'm just trying to figure out a way to get around just posting the same thing. Anyway, let's get right into it. Hello, Judge. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. So this is right after the little recess there. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd actually like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Oh, that's actually the voice line for Karma. You knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Oh, no. Oh, no. Aw, I just remembered he took all the shit. Oh, God. Oh, we're fucked. Alright, we'll see how we get out of this. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. Now would be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please, please. For the fucking love of God, I can't do this shit anymore. Phoenix pisses me off. Miles pisses me off. Von Karma's an asshole. Fucking... I hate this place. I'm gonna burn it to the ground.
Maya?
Look, man. They can only keep me chained up for so long, man.
Alright, Maya, fine. Alright, go over your testimony. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Excuse me. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. And that's all. And until now, you thought the memory was a dream? I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time. But we were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Fuck. Hey, that day you gone to the courtroom to observe one of your father's trials, huh? Hey! What was the trial your father was involved in that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago, and I do not remember the details. That's when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there are 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yana Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. The fuck did you want me to do, right? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... just then, something heavy fell at my feet. Wait a second. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yana Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up? What happened next? I can't... Wow, I lost the ability to do that voice, really. Hold on, just 1 second. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting, but... oh, there we go. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. I didn't get to press him on this, so I'm gonna do that. Hey! Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. Why, I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I kind of panicked. So you're saying you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. Hey. To this day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. Better find out quick. That day... Okay, so something here contradicts the evidence. What do we have for evidence? It has to do with that scream, right? Huh. Bears fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand. From Edgeworth's heart, clear ballistic markings, photograph of the scene of the murder. What's going on in that photograph? Wait! Oh. I might have just solved this case before it fucking started. He got shot from outside. No clues found at the screen. The murder weapon's fired twice. I see. As we went, My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. Yeah. DL6, bitch. You sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I do not accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
Well, the victim data, you dumb fuck. Look at this victim data in this file. Idiot. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, I am sure you are aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Yeah. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof.
What? That's impossible. No, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Fired 3 times. One gunshot there. This is the same one. This one. Yeah, let's go with that. Alright. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did his chest get so red? What the hell is on Edgeworth's head?
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. What? Did you just what? Should be obvious, the contradiction's here.
I see a bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. The time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. What the fuck was that for? The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DO6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
Case summary. It's on page 1.
Look what it is. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Ah,
If the pistol had indeed fired 2 times,
then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
he does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Something else that made that bullet hole in the door? I'm assuming a bullet.
Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
That's what he does now.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Ugh, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, dipshit? Wake up!
Oh my god, I hate doing that voice.
Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya, but
What?
it looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. You said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who would fire the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick?
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention at the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the kill.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank and I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
I have an objection. Your Honor, I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick!
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
It must exist. Something just flashed on the screen there. The second bullet. What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed.
What? But I've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
Of course there is a need. That's why they took it.
What possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... The murderer was cautious. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would they only take the one of the two shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you.
I did think this through. This is my only thing with this game is there's sometimes where I have to do something in the game and there's an entire line of reasoning in my head that I could play out. But like Damian brain and Phoenix Wright problem solving don't really work together a lot of the time. So this isn't going well.
Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search that bullet?
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for a stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. I really like this flashing thing that it's doing. It's really fun. Had to take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal.
Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? I don't see what you mean.
Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you'd have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, I guess that's how that would work, yeah.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from the outside, yeah. Are we gonna find out there's no earthquake that day? That'd be really interesting. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell that you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. I'd like to deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right, I can't think of anyone...
Hey, Nick.
Yeah?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with Miles Edgeworth, where he threw a pistol at me and it shot me in the arm, and then I shot his dad.
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt in road to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
What was the voice? Oh, yeah.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecution.
What if Mr. Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock?
But took it because he was injured.
Which would mean...
It could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer in the DL6 incident?
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma?
Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh, should I come out and say it now? Yep. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking, man.
The what?
Von Karma!
Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Ugh.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
Oh, it's no use.
Edgeworth?
I knew Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
Is this why I have the metal detector? Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was the one, or that I was shot?
Yeah, I got evidence, bud. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
Evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... metal detector! What? This is dumb. Von Karma's perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leading an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible? For all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. I have a metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find.
I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside of you.
I really like how he looks in those, like, zoom-out shots. I think Von Karma looks really dumb. It's great.
Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge! I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
Hey, the statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to be here, or we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Huh. Oh my. Oh my. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent.
Oh my.
Indeed, there's a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim the bullet...
Excuse me, sorry. Oh my god.
I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
It's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. DL6 incident exhibit A. Overhead map record lake. The murder weapon, 22 caliber, fired 3 times, bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Huh. Is there anything in here that I can read? No, that's not the reading. I am going to use that. Yeah.
That's a bullet? Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings?
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired from the bullet. Or fired the bullet, not fired from the bullet. What? It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. As if Von Karma isn't sweating them, am I right? If the marking is matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare ballistic markings to those on this bullet. Solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma?
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air.
And then he throws the gun.
Get away.
Get away! Get away!
I forgot that he's a British child.
Get away from my father!
Bang.
It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. Edgeworth! Oh, only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands, something death.
15 years earlier.
Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. Well, Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. It was the court. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way into the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing had happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain! A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew it then. It was destiny.
I really like the muzzle flare in this game. That's really funny.
In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled! It was the perfect crime! Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge!
What?
What are you doing? Do your job! Bring an end to this miserable charade! Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor?
You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
He never once said it was all a nightmare. It was us that were saying it, but yeah, sure, Edgeworth gets the credit, man. Alright.
The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Ooh, let's go! Hookers and blow for everyone! Yeah!
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Hey, aren't you gonna find Von Karma guilty? Maybe they need to do that a different way?
Nick! We did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed, man.
It was pretty close, though. I'm sure we had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time, myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I am not quite sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, right.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there. Whoa! Oh, God. That was not the voice. Hey, amazing, pal. You both... Ah, God. I need a sip of water. Hold on. Doing all that low, grovelly Von Karma stuff really messed with my voice. Hey, amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went a bit down this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Whoop. I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it, man.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all.
Lada!
Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth. Congrats.
Thank you all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar if no one was there. Even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Otto?
Who, me? I went back to college. Yeah, I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? What? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh? It's over, Nick! My life is over! Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world, man. Oh, you don't look sick. It's Keonce! She's gonna live in Paris, man! Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind! Yeah, you should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are, bud!
Yes. Here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
A celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too, eh? My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. How's this suit that questioned me? When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, this is not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh, what a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
38.
No. No! Larry, it was you!
Why, what are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah. Too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure this out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh?
Edgeworth. You should have told me, man.
Not now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out on Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it.
Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too.
Death? The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I'd known, I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all, line up, I'll take a photo.
Yay, photo time, let's go!
And after that, dinner's on me. It's weird doing all these voices.
Oh, is this the end of the game? I guess this is the end of the game. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. What? Why was he still in detention? Dang, that's like December 29th, 5 a.m. Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh, it's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh. What's this, a letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I don't know why I'm reading this like a child, but that's just for some reason how I imagined she would write a letter. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye.
What time is it? Ah! The first trains from the mountain have already left. To the station. Huh. I guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick!
Maya! So you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yeah, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Do you also see dead people?
No, I think that's just your thing, Maya.
Oh, well, Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you're the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze, man.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. A bullet! Oh, yeah.
A bullet?
Oh, wait, it actually is a bullet! Von Karma was convinced he'd taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. That was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back, man.
Oh. Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya.
Fuck, are they leaving without me? God damn it! Gotta run, gotta run! Thanks, Nick.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Hey! That was a good game. I really enjoyed that. Hey, pal! Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Quite strange, Gumshoe. Yeah, I know that I'm just gonna get cut off every single time I say something. Yeah, there we go.
Huh, Nick? No, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop, man. That Missy's a nice lady, but not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Oh, Larry. I don't know if I should stop talking for the graphics or just, like, keep talking until it eventually stops pulling up. Oh, God, what voice did I give you?
Who? Right? I remember him. I hear he's been...
Oh, this is it.
You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows, and I'm sure he's grateful.
That's right, I gave him a voice like Frieza's, I think.
Silly monkey!
Oh god, that sounds terrible out of context. I really hope no one else is home. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the 10th attorney who I wrote that affidavit for, yeah. You should know I've taken over management of the Gateway Hotel lately. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Was that the voice I gave him? I feel like it was. Was he British? He was British.
Ah, it's you. Phoenix Wright, yes. Mia's understudy was here. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. But the scent of fresh...
I can't do marbles in the mouth because I'm just waiting to read it in proper timing. I swear to God, I read him so slow every time. Well then. Oh no! Oh no! Old Phoenix Wright, is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't come around here with a name like Phoenix Hammer DVDs. I know what a DVD is. Everything got something. Oh God. This is kind of cool. I like that they're doing it this way. Whippersnapper.
Oh, I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal, huh? Oh, I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? Yeah.
I think the voice started out as Triple H and turned into the Macho Man, I think. Like, almost instantaneously.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounded like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but she didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living in, anyway?
Who's going around and asking these stories?
Oh God, is it gonna be Cody? I'm gonna see Cody. Hey! Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, man. Alright. Well, you should know. I was talking in the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ah, what a dog! It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
Who's in the Pink Princess suit? Is she next?
Yeah, I remember right, the lawyer guy. Yeah, me. I'm trained to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's telling. I'm gonna be famous.
Shinji?
I love that show.
Oh wait, for real, that's really funny. I like that there's actually a ghost. That's pretty good. Well, that was fun. What a good game. Honestly. Oh my God. Is there more? Have I been jabronied? No! I don't want to start it. Yeah, I'll see my progress. Ah. Alright, I'm gonna pause right here. I don't know if this is the next game or the epilogue. It is the Sorry, I just blanked out on which word is epilogue and prologue. But really quick, I just wanted to say, that game was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the playthrough despite the fact that I was sick for a majority of it. Doing the voices is fun. And yeah, I'm excited to, continue forth, I suppose. If you enjoyed this, come over to Twitch. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, over at Damian Danu 66, I stream. Tuesdays, I stream this game. Thursdays, I stream Undertale. Monday and Friday, who knows? I've been trying to sort that out. I think I might, maybe Hollow Knight, but if you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments. I would love to play whatever you guys suggest. Other than that, thanks for being along for the ride of this first game, even if it's not done yet. I appreciate the viewership. I appreciate that I'm trying to find a good way to put this. I appreciate that out of times in all of our busy lives, you are willing to share some with me, and the dumb little voices that I do of Phoenix Wright characters. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. If you enjoyed this, check me out on Twitch. Check me out on YouTube as well, which is linked if you end up watching on on Twitch. I almost said Twink. If you're watching on Twitch, you'll find it linked in the description. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. It means the world to me, and I'll see you around. Have a great day.